Alright, what's going on, guys? Got another gold guide video for you. Today it's the PKM. Just a heads up before I get into the video too much. I used this gun before the 1.07 patch, which this gun was affected by. It got a little bit of a nerf. Not anything crazy. Thinking back, I think it was medium damage range and like recoil or something weird. I'll have it up on the screen, that way you guys know exactly what it is. But it's nothing too bad. The gun, I'm pretty sure, is still pretty good. It was really good before the nerf, which is why I got gold. There's the 3 guns that were like overpowered, and I wanted to get gold before they nerfed them. Um, just give you a heads up, the build itself, there's only 2 builds. You don't need to get reload kills, which is amazing. Although, that, if you guys don't know, in the 1.07 patch, they changed the time, the grace period after you reload, to a little bit longer. Actually, I think it's quite a bit longer, because I've been able to get my reload kills without even going for them, which is amazing. But, so there's only 2 builds. I think the replacement is double kills. You have to get double kills instead of reload kills, which is amazing. But, yeah, that's it. I'm just going to hop into the gunsmith, and I'll show you guys what I'm running. Alright, so here's a kills build. The place I'll have this, like, build towards, it's kind of just medium range, not running around, obviously. It's a light machine gun. It's not very, mobile. But, so for your sight, just use whatever you want. I was using the APX5, for some reticle challenges. I wanted to unlock some reticles, and I needed to use that, so that's why I'm using that. The rear grip, I still don't know if it's stippled or stippled. I'm just going to say stippled. It's going to help with your ADS speed and your sprint to fire speed. That helps, so if you are running around, this thing's got ADS speed isn't fast because it's a light machine gun. That helps out a little bit with that. And then, yeah, so your ADS speed's slow, and then also your sprint to fire speed's slow. It's a big gun. It's going to take some time. So it just helps with that. And that's usually, I mean, you could use recoil control, but this thing's pretty much a laser. I don't know how much the nerf impacted the recoil, but I don't think it's a lot, if at all. Aiming stability, aim walking steadiness, I never had a problem with that. So I usually on most guns will use this grip, and it worked out great for me on this gun. Ammo, just use. I mean, obviously this is the last one you unlock when it comes to ammo. Just go from the default rounds to 150 to 200. This gun, you kill people so fast. Having 200 rounds, you can get like it's a crazy amount of kills you'll be able to get just with 200 rounds without even reloading. It's amazing. This was definitely the best grip, in my opinion, for how I was using the gun between all of these. It's gonna help your recoil control, which is always a plus, but then it also helps your ADS speed, which again, the light machine gun, it's not the smallest of guns. It doesn't have the fastest ADS speed in the world, so that ADS speed always helps. What else we got? Then we have the extended barrel. It's the middle one, so it's not too far into the unlocked tree. It's help with the damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. I think, if I remember correctly, this gun on Euphrates Bridge, which is where most people just sit on the bridge and they shoot down into the spawns. I think this had some travel time on the bullets, but once I put this barrel on, if I'm remembering correctly, like it was a lot closer to hit scan. Most maps you don't even have, you don't even notice the bullet velocity. Like you don't even see or feel the bullet travel time. For this gun, I think I did. But once I put this barrel on, that helped out a lot with that. Cons sucks ADS speed, but it seems like every attachment in this game has minus ADS speed. But that's the attachments again. I would just mix or just use whatever sight you guys want. I mean, the iron sights on this are actually pretty good, but I would say these other attachments are pretty much the best. I didn't use a laser for the kills build just because I'm not running around a lot at all. I was playing pretty static. I didn't move around at all, really. I just sat on basically those, what do they call them? the safe places. I think is what the developer called them, the power positions. And then we basically are just camping, which again seems like the meta. Although the patch did help out a lot with that. But hopping over to the Hipfire build, here it is. I'm gonna use the 5mm laser. It's my favorite laser in this game. It's gonna help with your hipfire accuracy more than the 1mm laser. Again, the downside, I always say it, it's visible to enemies. So if you guys are getting pre-fired around a corner, so just swap it over. And like it's too much for you guys, like you're dying to it a lot. Just swap over from the 5 to the 1. You see the con right there doesn't have one. It's not visible to the enemies, which is always good. But yeah, it helps with sprint to fire speed, which for me is huge because for most guns other than LMGs, I'm running around a lot. Even though in this game it's just obnoxious, but yeah. So perk sleight of hand. I mean, I don't know how much I was using that because you have 200 rounds. So I mean, there's your ammo. Again, just go from default to 150 to 200. But I guess when I did have to reload, that was super helpful because you're reloading a massive box, so it takes some time. Rear grip. I think this didn't have. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, I remember. The attachments you guys like can vary. Like I think the laser. I think that's something you always want to use for like this Hipfire build. You always want to use this 5 milliwatt laser or the one, and then you always want this Merc 4 grip because it helps with your. It's always the only grip that helps with what's it called? Hipfire accuracy. So always use Merc 4 grip. So those two are like necessary. Ammo is usually really beneficial to have. Maybe not so much with the light machine gun because you by default have more ammo usually. But when you're hip firing, again, you're not gonna be as accurate. So you're gonna have to shoot more shots. Having to shoot more shots requires more ammo. So having an extended mag is always beneficial. And then that leads you to having some more perks to swap up. You're not gonna use an optic. So I came down to the grips. The grips for this aren't too crazy. Like recoil control when you're hip firing, recoil control isn't a big deal. Aiming stability, like this one's not at all useful because you're never aiming when you're going for hip fire kills. So I used the stippled or stippled grip tape. I need to figure out how to say that. But I was swapping it. Man, that took me a long time to get here. So you can experiment with this grip tape and suppressors. Suppressors are another attachment that I like to have on the hipfire kills, just because for some of the hipfire kills, I like to play hardcore. Just because you're going to kill them faster. You don't have to hit as many shots, because in this game, if you're going to miss some shots, the TTK is so fast, time to kill, is so fast that if you miss a couple shots, the guy can just turn around and kill you like within a second. It's crazy. So I usually play hardcore for the hipfire just because you just have to land like one or two shots and the guy's going to go down. But yeah, so experiment with suppressors and stippled grip tape. I just ended up using the grip tape over the suppressor. And I think I just covered all the other attachments. Yeah, stocks I'm pretty sure didn't have like anything unless you wanted to move around more, but even with that, the gun going for hipfire kills usually lends to being like you usually want to be camping more so than running around, but that's up to you guys. But yeah, just make sure you guys have max out attachments to go for the tiger camo. I believe, I don't remember too much because it's been a while since I've used this gun now. It's been a couple days. But you didn't need to get reload kills. You needed to get the, what is it called? You needed to get double kills, I think it was, which was good. So these two builds alone will cover all the camos. You didn't need a reload build because you don't have that challenge. But yeah, this gun was really fun to use. It actually was one of my faster guns to complete. Compared to like the assault rifles, if you go off of the amount of kills. I think I only needed 600 kills to get this gold, which was faster compared to like 1,000 for the ARs. But I'm just rambling now, guys. I think that should cover it. This gun, again, was pretty simple. If you guys have any questions, you guys want any tips, anything, you guys have feedback for me, you want to see a certain gun, just let me know. And I see all the comments if you guys leave comments. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.